When people ask me for some tips or insight on what they should do when they come to Roatan and want to look at property, I start by telling them, get to know the island. You know, expand your horizons, think outside of what you normally would be comfortable with, and get to know maybe the East End where it's more remote, or go down to West Bay and check out kind of the tourist centers. There's places in between too. So spend some time here, check out all the areas, and then you'll know when the sand feels right between your toes.
The question I get asked the most would be crime, medical, cost of living. Those are kind of the most important things. We don't have a trauma center here like you would in a big city in the US, but we do have amazing people that handle whatever has to be done. We have evacs, we have 4 hospitals with a new one on the way. So, and we don't have, massive car pileups and things like that. The other thing that you'll see, most people that move here, their health improves because, we eat better here, we eat more natural things, where there's not a fast food restaurant on every corner. When you go to a restaurant here, they make your food right then and there with the vegetables that are grown from here, and I find so many of my clients whose cholesterol goes down and their health just improves. So that's a bonus for being here too, and the food is really good.
It's funny, the thing they ask the most is not about the property, it's about the quality of the food. Everybody wants to know what we've got here to eat, and it's good news. We've got really good local produce, fish, of course, things like that, but we have imports from the United States, and it's all restaurant quality. So our grocery stores are just like you would have back home, and it's really, really fun to tell people that and see their eyes light up. Now, getting back to business, people often ask about how we do financing, and that can be a little tricky here because local banks don't loan like traditional banks in North America. They often ask about taxes, which are very low here, so that's a great thing I love to tell people about. And they often ask about security, and I explain that security, like anywhere in the world, is something you have to be concerned of, but it's not a big problem here. It's easy to overcome that between communities, an alarm system, or just a little bit of common sense.
Again, choose a team to work for you that has your best interest at heart. If you do that, everything else is going to work out. You don't want any surprises later. You want to know the reality of what you're doing, not the facade of what somebody wants you to think you're doing. So having that true picture and getting your education, that is the key to the success in my opinion. Once you can make a true informed decision, the rest is easy.
My main tip for people is do your due diligence. Do a little bit of reading, make sure you find a realtor and an attorney that you can communicate with, and ask all the questions. Don't get caught up in the excitement of a big move. Calm down, do your homework, and then make the right move for you. I personally take an outfitter approach with people. I want to give them the tools and the information so they can make a successful decision. I love that because it always leads to repeat business with referrals and other things. Well, I'm not quite retired yet, but the people I talk to that are lucky enough to be so tell me they really love it. They can do as much or as little as they want to. It's a really friendly place and people always find their niche. So you can volunteer, do activities, or just hang out. Roatan's a great place to retire.
So the lifestyle for retirees in Roatan, wow, I know a lot of them, and they have a busier social schedule than I ever had when I was 21 and single. So they do all kinds of things because this place is really a lot about your social life and who you socialize with. They go to the beach on Mondays and they go to, the local little restaurant bar and play music on Fridays, and they do something else on Tuesdays. And so it really is a sociable place, and there's a lot of retired people. So there's always someone to enjoy your day with, and they build strong relationships here of friendships, and you'll see 10 of them go on cruises, or there are 10 of them at the beach on Sunday having brunch, and so it really is a social place no matter what age you're at.
For me, Roatan is just the perfect combination of things. I like to scuba dive, golf, fish, I love tropical weather, and Roatan has all of that for me. In addition to that, it has diversity. I like diverse people, We have Latin, Caribbean, and a great number of expats from all over the world, and that makes for always interesting conversations when you're meeting with friends and family and all getting together and having a barbecue or something on the beach. You'll never be bored in Roatan.
The lifestyle for children is growing. Mine were, like I said, one was born here and the other one was 9 months when I moved. So, you know, there's a saying, you can take the child out of the island, but you can't take the island out of the child, and that's very true. And my kids had a great education. They went to a private school in French Key called Nuna, and they actually graduated with a diploma from Missouri University, from Mizzou, and they went to college. One of them is still in college. It was a great experience, and they were totally prepared. And I believe, you know, it's like anything in life. If you want to get prepared and you want to accomplish the job and you want to be good at whatever it is you're going to do, that comes from within you. So, you know, I was very fortunate. My children were surrounded by not a lot of classmates. One had a graduating class of 7, the other was 5, I think. But those kids were driven. And so that's, you know, they were all driven together, and it was a great experience. I wouldn't change it for anything.